We talked about NBA jerseys and how the NBA is trying to innovate and be more creative and whatnot, and jersey sales go into that largely. But the Toronto Raptors, it seems like ever since they hired Tim Leiweke, are sort of changing their brand, and they're improving in unique ways. They have a great GM. They have some solid players and whatnot. They traded Rudy Gay, and it's worked out for them, it seems.
Yeah.
But now they're bringing back something dear to my heart.
Oh, no.
And probably dear to JR's heart.
I was going to assume it's something I hate.
Roll it! Yes! Thank you! Freaking love you, Tim Leiweke. Damon Stoudemire on the left, Marcus Camby on the right. The Dino Raptors jerseys, these, by the way, on eBay and shit, they still go for up in the 80s, because this is one of my favorite, and many people's, but one of my favorite, if not my favorite, NBA jersey of all time. I believe we have a few more, so here's obviously the top and bottoms and whatnot. I loved these jerseys as a kid. Loved them, loved them, loved them. And the old and new logos, obviously, the new one on the right, the old on the left. I mean, did you not? Are you not as ecstatic as me about this? Tracy McGrady,
totally
right
forgotten about these jerseys. I remember
Seriously?
I remember the ugly ones that Tracy McGrady, I always remember him wearing.
And there's Amir Johnson, as they will have,
now,
and they are
is this some
bringing
weird
back.
thing with the color? Is this more purple? Did they change the color?
It's an
or is it more
Instagram
bluish?
post.
Okay,
So-
I'm just wondering if it's that, I get it. But I know if they tweaked anything, because what I hate is if they bring a throwback, don't change it at all. Sometimes throwbacks come back with a little tweak to it.
I agree.
Leave it with this weird. I can't even name that color that the main color of the jersey is.
Purple.
A bluish purple. It's not even purple. It's like some kind of. It's the Instagram photo looked purple. This one looks.
Okay, so here's
purple.
the old school, obviously in the what seems like I believe the late '90s, and then go back to Amir Johnson. They didn't change that much at all.
Yeah,
It's still
that's
the same
I'm wondering
thing.
if the coloring was different. That's
Which
all.
I love. So they're going to start this in 2014-2015 to celebrate 20 years for the Toronto Raptors in the NBA. Dino, the jerseys, ended in 98-99. So this goes into the Toronto Raptors management and Tim Leiweke and creative, innovative, unique voices in their management room saying, let's bring back the jerseys, which, again, I love. Bring in Drake. Many people may love it, many people may hate it, but they're being talked about. So that's a win. I think the Raptors are ahead of many other teams in the NBA when it comes to this sort of subject.
Well, the more historic teams and established teams that do their throwback things,
to,
it always, and when they do, it's always popular and it's always well accepted. So this is great. It's a good idea. I mean, I remember when the Lakers brought back their old school jerseys that had like the drop shadow on the numbers.
Yes,
it was awesome.
Like the
Everybody loved
yellow
that,
ones with
they
the
felt like
white
that was
shadow.
back to Showtime, you know?
Totally.
And that was the mistake they made. This is back, this is years ago now, probably 5, 6 years ago. No, the Lakers did they wore short shorts for the throwback jerseys. It was
really
it was
the MPLS jerseys? Is that the one?
No, it was the old school Showtime jerseys from like the 80s.
Yeah.
But they wore short shorts to
that's
complete
ugly.
the full look of a throwback, and that was their idea. Because as I said, there's a lot of front offices that go, hey, let's do this. And what they thought was, let's put on these short shorts. And I remember they came on the first half, everybody was pulling on shorts. As if
it just doesn't work.
I mean, this is back when Fisher was still on the Lakers, Derek Fisher. And he was the only one that was comfortable in those shorts. You could tell everyone else was so uncomfortable. They went into halftime and came out with the regular long shorts because they couldn't play anymore in those.
The big question about that game is who wore Kurt Rambis's goggles?